Hello, Pisces people. Let's talk. We gotta talk. We gotta talk about Uranus in Gemini in your 4th house, okay? And Jupiter is in Cancer. So it's time to overcome all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's time to just get over it. You know what I mean? Like that 10 of Swords energy. You know what? Time to let it go. Time to move on. Here we got the Fool. We have the 9 of Wands. We've got the 10 of Cups. We have Justice. Life needs to be fair. It should be win-win, right? We've got the World. We've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Okay. I like how that 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands is in that spread. I like how the energy builds on each other. You know, you think about success, and some jobs do pay more, but were you really safe in that environment? Like, you know, you were in an environment, you know, where you were in a situation where it could be all you. That means if you were robbed, then it's your liability. It's your safety, you know what I mean? So, you know, then there's other jobs where there's more people in the game, and people in groups are better than just a small group, you know what I mean? Especially when people are competing for hours and all that. So then, I mean, so what if you're home more? You get to take walks. I mean, you get to do things at home. People can learn how to work from home. They can learn how to change up the environment. See, here's that Fool card again. Okay? So, I mean, you look at situations, and I mean, there can be magic in the way things play out. You know what I mean? 7 of Swords loss. I mean, you know what? We can lose money, but then maybe we could gain some, but then lose some, you know? So it's hard to really keep track of what you lose and what you gain. But, I mean, ultimately, you know, the 10 of Swords is followed by a new beginning. So, I mean, if there was something immediate that happened, like the job preferred other people over you, so that meant you were going to lose hours, and it wasn't really worth it for you to keep yourself available for a company that acted like they didn't need you, and yet if they fail, it's on them. You know what I mean? So, you do look at a situation that didn't work out, the damage was done, then you have a new beginning. It takes a while to build things up. So, really, we can be much better off starting over. The 9 of Wands is about the whole energy that you got this, you can do this, you can finish this. I mean, you know, you end a journey, you know, you end a situation, you get a new beginning, and then, you know what? You've got this. You have the skills to make it in the new environment, and that's great. You've come this far, not just to come this far, you know what I mean? I mean, we have more power than we think. I mean, we think that everything is on other people's terms, and it's not always on other people's terms. You know what I mean? We have power in situations. We don't have to do everything that everybody wants. We can do what we want, to be honest. We have the ability to freelance. We have the ability to do things at home that matter. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's about listening to your gut. Trust your gut instincts. I mean, you can create that magic. You can manifest. You know? And we have the love card here. It's hard to say. It's hard to say about love and what's meant to be and what's for you, what's not for you, you know? I mean, you care about being fair, though, you know what I mean? Justice is a good thing. Being fair with others is a good thing. So, I mean, many people do want life to be fair or, you know, better than it was in the past, you know what I mean? And they don't want to make poor choices, and they want to make better choices. And then people care about the abundance. So, yeah, I mean, after loss comes new beginnings. We've got the Ten of Wands here and the Ten of Pentacles. That's a pretty good omen. And we have the Ten of Cups. So we got 10 3 times, actually. So you think of, yeah, the Ten of Pentacles being success, achievement, counting your blessings. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. I mean, that's fire right there. Ten of Wands. So, I mean, with the Ten of Wands, you want to do it all. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's seasons where we're very busy. And that's okay. The Ten of Cups is actually like a spiritual partnership. The Ten of Cups can be about leaving the past in the past, you know. I mean, there's people that just aren't meant for us. So, I mean, you look at the fact that there could be a spiritual partnership, there could be spiritual partners, there could be spiritual people that are out there that are real and they're genuine, and it could be what's for you, you know what I mean? But, I mean, we look at our own personal goals too. So even if you had opportunities in love, you should not neglect your own calling, your own purpose. You should be true to who you are, and you should endure with what is best for you. If you don't put yourself first, who's going to do it? So we have obligations to ourselves. I mean, we have leadership here too. So, I mean, if you're doing something right now, you know, where you're working on your own stuff and you have a new beginning, you know, and you look at your home life too right now, because Uranus in Gemini for Pisces is your 4th house. So you look at that situation and there's stuff to be done at home. We do let go of things we've outgrown, and that's okay. The angels suggest that you let go of any dead weight in your life, whether it's a toxic relationship, a job that's no longer fulfilling, or simply some negative thinking patterns. This will make space for positive new things to come into your life. Okay, so we let go and new things come in. So I mean, sometimes it's jobs that we gotta let go of. Sometimes it's negative thinking. Sometimes it's past situations that could block our future. We have peace. Nothing can disrupt my peace. Okay, being at peace with people is a good thing. I mean, you're not at war with them if you're just at peace. You just aren't engaging. And that's okay, because sometimes people are just working on their own self-worth. Things happen when they are supposed to. In the angel's eyes, you are worthy of all the good that you can possibly imagine. You do not need to change to earn what you desire or what the universe wants to bring you. You are worthy of overcoming your challenges and improving your life in whatever way you wish. Okay, so, I mean, let's say you had some blows to your self-worth in the past. And you felt like your self-worth was lower as a result of circumstances you went through. And so, therefore, you had a hard time believing in yourself. Okay, so your self-worth was affected in a terrible way. And really, you gotta trust your intuition. You know what I mean? You know what you should and should not be doing. Okay, your commitments matter. So don't neglect the things you should be doing for anybody. You don't need to lose that momentum. Your own projects do matter. Okay, so I trust my feelings and insights. Your angels are sending signs to help validate your intuitive hunches. The next time intuition alerts you to something, listen closely, realizing that it is your angel guiding you to something great or leading you away from something. Okay, so I mean, yeah, we can get involved with people and they can be distractions, and people don't always need distractions. Because ultimately people do have their own commitments and their own obligations, and there's things they need to be doing. My thoughts, action, words, and deeds support my commitment. The angels ask you to evaluate your commitments to others carefully as you enter this new phase. Get rid of anything that weighs down your spirit. This could mean leaving draining jobs, commitments, or habits behind. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say with these jobs. You know, some of them, they promise to pay more and it's not what you think it's going to be, and therefore you don't value them as much as you did when you first started. So then you're in a situation where you're open to do other things. Shoot, you're open for a job with $1 less. You're open to a job with $2 less. You're open to having a couple jobs. You're open to working from home. You're open to building your blog, and you start to put more energy into the things that matter. And, you know, a loss turns into a gain. I mean, you have tens all the way down. If people want you to do a survey, they want tens all the way. So, I mean, you keep scoring 10s, and you're in good shape. So ultimately, I think this is a really good reading. I think change at home can be good. There are obligations that need to be tended to at home. And you recognize that, you know, with some jobs, you're gone all the time, and then the situation at home, you know, you're not building it, you're not working on it, you're not improving it because you're not as available. So, like, sometimes being more available for the home is a good thing. So, yeah, you should care about your commitment at home as well as your commitment at work, because, I mean, things don't get done on their own. You have to do them, or you have to delegate those jobs. And, you know, you got to have that support, and you have to have change. We need change. You know, we need things to change and improve, and we don't always get that if we're just doing what we were doing before. You know, having a break in the routine can be a welcome opportunity to get other things done, to prioritize what's important. As it's not work, work, work. We do have home life. And we can lead in our personal situations, and we can talk to people about things. I mean, people might want to listen, they might not. They might pick and choose when they want to talk to you, when they don't. But, I mean, perhaps you would be available if you were to be home more. You know what I mean? My positive attitude influences others. The angels remind you that you have the ability to accomplish anything and everything that you set your mind to in this life. It is critical for you to be able to discover this special gift and use it to help others in need. I mean, spiritually, physically, emotionally, people need to talk to other people or feel like somebody is there, you know, holding space for you. So more time at home can be a blessing, and there's things to do at home, and being available for other parts of your life besides work is a great thing. So I think Uranus and Gemini in the 4th house has something special for Pisces. Maybe Pisces people can successfully learn how to work from home. Maybe they can learn how to work for themselves. And you're not going to do that if you didn't have corporate jobs that weren't exactly what you needed long term. Like, they were great short term. They had bursts of income. You know, you had some high peaks where you were earning that money, you were making it, and then the money, you know, sometimes it's not there. You know, a company's experiencing cutbacks, so therefore, you know, that money that you had before wasn't as good, wasn't as stable. All of a sudden, you know, it's not what it was, right? So, you know, when you have a situation where you know, you lose some money, it could very well be temporary. I mean, a couple months from now, you know, you're needed and you're getting work, and you're, you know, you're working more, and, you know, you're headed to a better place again. So, I mean, life is just ups and downs, and it's not always the same pace. It's not always the same, you know, situations. I mean, So we look at continuing with our own peace and endurance in a situation. We look at being the magician and having control, you know, like what do you need right now? You know, can you put something into motion? Can you plant seeds for something that's gonna help you long term? So, I mean, short term is okay, but you got to look at the big picture, like what is for the best. So with the endurance card, you got to embrace patience and trust in the process. Right now it's about trust and it's patience, because we can't force timelines all the time. You know what I mean? We can hope for a specific timeline, and we can push to create and manifest, but we have to realize that sometimes it's about the endurance. All right, Pisces, that's my message. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the full moon in Capricorn this week. Enjoy the energy of Uranus and Gemini in your 4th house. Thanks for watching.